Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank y'all, everybody that stayed with us as we progressed through our rants and our closings coming up here in this final segment. We had a great show tonight, and we're going to get us the hell up on out of here. And as we do every single week, we give everybody in the room an opportunity to get into their final words, their final rants, their final closing. Of course, Dating Pool Diva, you up first, girl. What you got? She's doing her dance, y'all, in case you can't tell. It's awkward. We're all freaked out. Y'all can't see it.
All right. Thank you for having me here on the fourth Monday of the month. I appreciate you guys, SY, Big Rube, and Marcus J. I really appreciate y'all for having me every month. The only thing I want to plug right now is the Love Revolution. We've gone to more seasonal. What am I trying to say? That's what. At seasonal meetups where we have a reunion. So we have an autumn reunion for the Love Revolution on November 15th. That's the third Saturday. And we're going to have a similar relationship discussion that we had tonight. So I invite everybody out. We're going to be at a Dees Ethiopian restaurant at 9 North 17th Street from 4 to 7. And if you need any other information or you have questions about the Love Revolution, you can go on Facebook. My name is Arthur Charisma on Facebook, and you can just follow me there with the Love Revolution. My website is www.freespiritenterprisesco.biz. Thanks again.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank y'all. We're going to continue going around the room, of course. Glad to have this brother here in the room with us. I got our brother, our partner, our friend, Big Rube, and it's time for him to smash him. Big Rube, let's smash, man. What you got?
Yo, first of all, I like to start off by saying that the High Five song was hot. Marcus J redeemed himself from that garbage earlier tonight. The second thing I like to say is, what is wrong with this world out here today? Like, don't get me wrong, I like sports like the next guy. I support my school. You know, I give them the little bit that I give them, which is a real little, yada, yada, yada. But really, a school, or not the school, excuse me, the boosters just buy your coach's house for them. You know, $3.1 million. Yo, coach, you've been doing so good for us. We're going to buy that for you. Hold, that's on top of the $7 million that we pay you every year. Alabama, what is wrong with y'all people? Come on, man. Really? They paid off his house? The boosters paid off this dude's house. Now, let's do some numbers real quick. The house is worth $3.1 million. Okay? Fine. He gets $7 million a year. What, you don't think he can afford to pay off his own house? I mean, over 8,700 square feet. He bought it in 2007. Let the man do the 30-year payments on it. I mean, he probably could just pay that off whatever he chose. Look, at the time that we're talking about paying athletes because they're not getting what they deserve, whatever. I have my different opinions on that. When we're talking about all this big money, and y'all have the nerve, the people, it's not the school. I want everybody to get that straight. It's not the school. It's the foundation. Basically, all that means is a whole bunch of people give the school a whole bunch of money for scholarships to athletes and stuff like, you know, whatever. And they paid off this dude's house. You pay him $7 million a year. Paying off his house. He paid off his house like 3 times already. I mean, so I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, but it is what it is, I guess. Can somebody pay my house? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have can somebody just buy me a house? I mean, I don't need a lot, you know. I'll take a HUD home for real talk and fix that joint myself. Yo, they just paid for this dude's. He's 7. Yo, really? They pay you $7 million? And see, this is why I have issues with this and other things. Because, you know what? You paying a dude $7 million, you don't really need to pay off his house. That's a little bit much to me. That's just a little bit much. Also, the last thing I'd like to talk about real quick. Hey, look, I get it. You not on the court no more. You're not playing football. You're not making that cash. You know, that don't mean you got to go kill people. Just because you ain't got no pro job, you ain't got to go kill people. You know, even it's sad. Mookie Blaylock used to play with the Hawks and all that stuff. You know, he's going to jail because vehicular homicide. He killed somebody on head-on collision. You know, he was probably drunk, which is sad. I mean, you can't be, if you're gonna be driving, and this is go to anybody who makes a whole lot more money than me. Yo, if you drunk, get a taxi. If you live in a house that costs more than what I would make for my whole life, get a taxi. Get a limo service. Why are you driving? Why are you driving behind a vehicle? Pay somebody to drive you to and fro. If you just pay like that. If you got more cars than you will ever drive in a month, sell one of them cars and make that the taxi fund. And when you go out and drink, you just pull from the taxi fund and somebody drive you home. It is unnecessary for all these people dying, you know, during the car accidents. Whether it was alcohol, whatever, you know, it sucks. If I feel bad, I know he feels bad. But, you know, he's got to go to jail because you got to, you know, it is what it is, you know. But, look, all I'm saying is, hey, look, people, take care of yourselves. You know, if you got a sugar daddy, more props to you. Whether a sugar daddy, mama, a sugar school, that's cool. But, yo, take care of yourselves. Don't do nothing stupid for at least 7 days. And go Redskins. We're gonna beat that Cowboy stuff. It's Big Roots to smash. Oh yes. Speaking of which, when the Redskins do win, I want to see all these Cowboy fans on Facebook tomorrow, cause y'all just blew up today. It's all over my stupid page. When y'all lose, I want to see you posting Redskins stuff that we lost, or don't make excuses. I love my team. We lost, but I love my. No, you don't love your team. Your team lost to a 2-5 team. You should be pissed off. So, Big Roo, smash. I'm out.
I know I had Steppin with Marcus J. I had gotten a comment earlier on from our brother said that I forgot to get in, and that's my apologies. When we were talking about horror movies, he had gave us a couple of honorable mentions. That's why, and there's some good ones here. Where we were talking about the top 10 horror flicks, he mentioned It Lives, he mentioned Monkey Shines, and he also mentioned that's a friend, a favorite of yours, a personal favorite of mine, Pet Sematary. That was a good one. Pet Sematary was good. Ruben wouldn't like it because he doesn't like dogs and he don't like scary movies. So pets and scary movies in Big Rube don't match. And so this is a perfect opportunity for us to make fun of him.
It Lives. I don't remember that. What is that, Sad?
Something said made up. I don't know.
Nah, it's a horror movie.
It's not the clown, right?
Nah, it's like animals and stuff died and they coming back to life. It's terrible.
It was the clown. Just It was the clown. Okay. Monkey Shines. I can't.
And that was on TV, Shines, and that was scary.
But Pet Cemetery, words bond.
Pet Sematary.
Words bond.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Ain't no hashtag with Mark. All right, that's why.
You know.
Normally at this point of the show, I would ask you why you feeling so happy, but now. Instead, because you're going back and forth between your theme songs.
We're going to make that my theme.
We're going to make this your theme.
We're going to make that my theme.
All right, this is your new theme song. We debuting last week, but officially this week. And you're going to tell the world why you such a grown-ass woman. You're a grown woman.
That is my song. I changed my song, y'all, because it just makes me feel like dancing. But tonight, I'm going to just say this. I have decisions to make. And for the last week, to those who are listening, to those who are not listening, some people I actually had to call once I calmed down and apologized. Because this week, like I said, listening or not listening, it is not about you. It is all about me. All the decisions that I have to make when I say I gotta do stuff or I can't do stuff, it's about me. I have realized that I put a lot of attention into others, and I'm slacking on taking care of myself. So I've been given some options this week. Well, last week I've been given some options, and they're going through my mind. So forgive me if I'm curt. If you're not getting the answers that you want, just forgive me. But this girl who's usually, pretty, I'd like to say I'm pretty fair when it comes to listening to people and, giving my 2 cents and trying to be polite. It's not about you this time. Okay? It's all about me. I'm actually going to come first. So I'm just going to apologize in advance. Again, you all are going to experience a little different SY. You may like it, you may appreciate it, you may understand it, you may not like it. Again, it's not about you. It's about me. And everything that I'm going to do is the first question I'm going to ask myself is, how's that going to fit into my life? How's that going to make me comfortable? How's that going to do anything for me? And if not, you're going to have to come a whole lot better for me to push forward for you this time. So, with that being said, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm still the happy-go-lucky me, but I'm putting myself in front of other things. So, I think that's a plus for me. Those who might need something may not find it a plus. Don't take it bad. It's about time I think about me. So, again, forgive me if I'm not giving you what you're looking for or what you might need or just want this time. Again, it's not about you. It's about me. I'm thanking everybody who's stuck in there tonight listening to us, because, again, if you were not listening, we would not be talking. And I love when I walk in here and I see my partner Marcus has back up until I get here. So thank you, Diva. It's always good to see you. Ruben, I do like the clean look. And it's always wonderful, darling, to see you. And y'all had to throw some cold water on me because Ruben was in here singing that High Five song, hitting all kinds of notes. I was like, ah! Like it was Smokey Robinson. Yes. I was like, ah! But anyway, it was great to be here tonight. It took me a while. It was a slow ride, a lot of thinking. But as always, when I get here, it's good. Saturday, 3 p.m., don't forget. It's Conversations from Your Sisters with myself, SY, and my partner, Lissa P. And this weekend, we've got a show dedicated to our men. Everything on this show is about and for our men. So we will see you Saturday at 3.
I have Steppin with Marcus J. Thank you, co-host S.Y. Butler, for your participation, for your energy, for your segments, for you just being part of the crew. Got a lot of love for you, sis. Said is hitting us up. He was saying the movie It Lives was about some mutated babies that came on TV. It was a miniseries and not a movie. So he is letting us know what
about babies.
It lives
Mutated
was all
babies?
about. Yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah, ain't no how Steppin with Marcus J.
Thanks, Sid.
As I normally do at this point of the show, I usually go and give you my thank yous and my closings and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Special thanks to Michelle K. Said, who hit us up on social media. Special thanks to Big Brother Joe, who showed up tonight with his little sis Kim, his daughter Shauna. Shauna didn't want to talk, but I just called her out, so now everybody know who she is. Special thank you to Big Rube, who also popped up. Wasn't expecting to see him tonight, but he's here, part of the show. Special thank you to Jay Grizzy, the Green Room version 2.0 with Jay Grizzy and Lissa P. Special thank you to the Dating Pool Diva, always brings the Diva Diaries every single fourth Monday of the month. And, of course, tonight was no different. And then, of course, my co-host, S.Y. Butler, who brought her segment, the horror movie segment, here tonight. Going through the Legacy Internet Radio lineup. Ain't No How Steppin, Marcus J live every single Monday from 7 to 9:30 is our scheduled time, but we obviously going over, way over tonight. Tuesdays and live in radio, 7 to 9. Wednesdays, the Green Room version 2.0 with Jay Grizzy and Lissa P, 7 to 9. All Throttle Radio, 7 to 9 on Thursdays. Friday nights, Friday evenings, we're playing on replays of all of our shows, so tune in on Friday evenings. Saturday, we've got conversations from your sisters with SY and Lissa P live from 3 to 4. Usually start playing music before that during the day on Saturdays. We got the throwback from 5 to 7 and Deep House Sessions with DJ Renee Melendez from 7 to 9 on Saturdays, and the Bob Marley and the Family Reggae Mix every single Saturday night. We're playing that Bob Marley and the Family Reggae music all night long into Sunday morning, as we do every single week at this time of the show. I always close it out with a rant and a closing. I usually end it by saying they have nothing to do with what we're talking about here tonight. Tonight is different. I am going to pretty much say what I said earlier on tonight. My theme tonight is voting. I'm going to be brief. Truth of the matter is, we as black people, we are not, or at least we should not be, monolithic. What that means is, you should not go to the polls with a preconceived notion as to who you're going to vote for. Just because you black does not mean that you're a Democrat. Just because you see some shady shit coming from the Republican Party does not mean that some of them are not giving you what you need with regards to your issues. And I'll give you a little history lesson. Black folk never voted before Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And guess what? Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. I'm not going to get into that because y'all know how I feel about the whole concept of Abe Lincoln freeing the slaves. But truth of the matter is, he was a Democrat. So guess what? People voted Democrat. That's just kind of how it was. And you can fast forward all the way up to 1964 and the Voter Rights Act, which was signed by Democratic President Lyndon B. Johnson in 1964. But the truth of the matter was, Democrats didn't want that. They voted less than 50% in their numbers for the Civil Rights Act. I'm not making this up. Y'all look it up for yourselves. It was the Republicans that pushed it through by a vote of over 61% in the Senate and the House that put it through. And guess what? Lyndon B. Johnson, as the Democratic president, got all the credit because he just happened to be in the White House. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is black folk have voted Democrat for the last 50 years because of Lyndon B. Johnson. Democrats don't feel like they need to come to you with their issues and you know, giving you what you need because they know you're going to vote for them. Republicans feel like they're not going to do anything for you because they know you're not going to vote for them. So guess what that makes you? Disenfranchised. Nobody's coming for your vote because one side feels like they got you and the other side feels like they ain't going to get you. People, pay attention. When we talked about Herman Cain earlier, the initial reaction was to say he's tripping by saying that we was clueless going to the polls. But the reality is, how many people listening to me right now are going to vote 8 days from today on the 4th of November, really know who is going to be running for the various offices in your neighborhood. Do you know who the Democratic nominee is in your district for whatever they're doing in your area? Do you know who the Republican is? Pay attention. Do the knowledge. Because arbitrarily voting one way and ignoring the other keeps you in the middle, and sometimes being in the middle does you no good. That's Marcus J, and that's my rant that has everything to do with what I'm talking about tonight. It's the end of the show. I want to remind y'all that independence is key to building your legacy. I want to say peace to all stars and all of the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Those are the words of Bob Marley, who you hear singing in the background. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We will be back right here next week. Peace.